It was a gray, overcast Sunday morning when an unexpected knock sounded at my door. I hadn't been expecting anyone, but curiosity got the better of me. Still cradling my coffee mug, I opened it. There stood a man I didn't recognize. Tall, self-assured, with a smug grin that made it immediately clear. He wasn't here for a friendly chat. He didn't bother introducing himself or asking who I was. Instead, he leaned casually against the doorframe, glanced around as if surveying property he already owned, and said, "So, you're the one she left behind?" I stared at him for a few seconds, trying to figure out who she was. Then it registered. He was talking about Mia, my ex, the woman who had disappeared 3 months ago without so much as a goodbye or an explanation. "You mean Mia?" I asked, keeping my voice even. He chuckled. "Of course, Mia. She said you'd still be moping around like some abandoned puppy. Looks like she called it." There was something about the way he said that stirred something hot in my chest, but I kept my expression calm. I took a sip of my coffee and mirrored his posture, leaning against the doorframe. "And you are—" His chest puffed slightly. "I'm the man she actually wanted. The one she came back to. I figured I'd stop by, give you some closure or whatever." I almost laughed. Not because anything about him was funny, but because he seemed completely sold on his own delusion. Mia hadn't run back into anyone's arms. She had simply run away from difficult conversations, from accountability, from reality. That was always her way. Well, I replied coolly, "How thoughtful of you, making a whole trip just to insult someone you've never met. Very classy." He smirked. "I just thought you should know where you stand. She told me how needy you were, how you begged her to stay. Honestly, kind of sad." I nodded slowly, more to keep from laughing than anything else. "Right. And she shared all that after vanishing into thin air without telling a soul?" That made him pause. The smugness in his face wavered. I took a step forward, closing the space between us. "She didn't tell you everything, did she?" He tilted his head slightly. "What's that supposed to mean?" "It means," I said calmly, "Mia didn't just disappear. She left chaos behind. Unpaid bills, a joint lease, a web of lies to both our families. She didn't run to you. She ran from everything she didn't want to deal with." His eyes darted for a second and his posture stiffened. I could see doubt flicker across his face. "She said you were manipulative, controlling, that she had to get away," he said, though his voice lacked its earlier confidence. "Escape?" I echoed. "That's rich. Did she also mention who helped her clear her debt last year? Who stuck by her side after she lost her job and was too ashamed to tell her parents? Who stayed up for 3 nights straight when her mother was hospitalized?" He shifted where he stood, clearly uncomfortable. His confidence was unraveling piece by piece. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't insult him. I just presented facts, plainly and truthfully. "She left all that out, huh?" I asked, because that version of the story doesn't make her look like the victim. He crossed his arms. "She said you'd act like this, that you'd play the wounded party." "No," I said flatly. "I'm not some tragic figure. I'm just the guy she used. And you? You're next." That landed harder than I expected. His jaw tightened. In his eyes, I saw the flicker of doubt grow into something deeper. Maybe he was starting to see it, that he wasn't the winner in all this. "She's with me now," he said, though the word sounded more like a defense than a statement. "For now," I replied, "until life gets inconvenient, until she's restless, until she's faced with growing up. When that happens, you'll be standing right where I am, wondering how someone you care about could rewrite the story and cast you as the villain." He didn't speak. The arrogance had vanished. His face was tight, his expression unsettled. "I'm not angry," I added. "She did me a favor when she left. I got my life back. And if you plan to show up just to throw stones, maybe do your homework first." He looked away, like a man confronted with a reflection he didn't want to see. "I should go," he mumbled. I gave a small nod, probably for the best. He turned and walked away, noticeably slower than when he arrived. I watched him go, then quietly shut the door. Inside, I set my coffee down and sat in silence for a moment. I wasn't surprised he'd shown up. Mia had always known how to twist the truth, and I'm sure feeding him carefully curated lies helped her keep him close. But what she never realized, what he just found out, is that I stopped caring a long time ago. She may have left me, but in doing so, she set me free. Yes, it hurt, but I healed. I rebuilt. I moved forward. She hadn't. He thought he was confronting a broken man. What he found was someone stronger, wiser. I never needed revenge. The truth has its own kind of justice, and he was only beginning to understand that.